Good morning, friends. Or should I say, hey, friends, and good morning to your part of the world. It might not be morning, so if you're in a different part of the world, tell me what time it is when you see this. Apparently, I am having issues with my light. I don't see how that is when I have a ring light. And it should be doing its justice, but it is not. So that is that. I will move closer. Maybe it could be that. You see how it's changing? I don't know. Still things that I'm still learning in doing videos. And the brightness is here. Have no clue. But continue with your imperfect step in a perfect direction. That's what I tell my mentees when I am coaching them in my business. So I take the same advice. Um, what am I doing today? The beauty of being home. I don't have to wear my teeth if I don't want to. And another thing is, this is a constant struggle. I have something going on here. I don't know if it's because my gums are still shrinking, but that is probably the case because it's always something. It's always something. I came on today because I received an email, and the email was about speaking and eating with no teeth. I still work on the eating part because there's a lot of things that I can eat with no teeth. But it wasn't something that, you know, I put to practice. There's a friend of mine that's also on YouTube. He goes by your favorite denture wearer. And in my journey, I came across his YouTube channel. And his YouTube channel was the encouragement and the inspiration to spark off mine because I figured I was going to do videos anyway. But I didn't have the courage that I did to go through my journey the way that I did if it wasn't for the information that he had shared. So I got to be real about that. You know, in my world, people know that's how I get down. I give credit where credit is due. Now, that being said, my journey was that I did go through the process of the full extractions, but because of COVID, it shut everything down. So I stayed 7 months without my dentures. I knew I was going to choose no immediates. The immediate journey was not my journey. I knew that I did not want, and this is not to knock anybody, this is my choice, my decision. I knew that I did not want to have all those stitches, all that blood, all that saliva, that transition with immediates in. But then again, I work from home. So I really didn't have to go out, to see people. And then when I did go to see people, I just went out to see people. If they looked at me, they looked at me. This is part of my journey. The way that I see this, and I don't even tell people that I have dentures because there's a stigma to that. When you say dentures, people already start thinking other things. So I went a little bit professional on them. And I said, you know what? I have oral prosthetics. Why did I choose that? Because there are other people on this planet that have prosthetics. Do you have issues with them? I mean, people still look at them and people still say things. If somebody has an arm missing, if somebody has a leg missing, or two, or whatever the situation, even half, you know, some still have prosthetics. I put myself in that category. I have oral prosthetics. This is not something that I wanted. This is not something that I purposely did to myself in the sense. And I'm still being loving to the folks out there. Our journey is different. And what if you did? So what? This is part of your journey. This happened to happen to me. Why? My digestive issues. The malabsorption of the nutrients led to malnutrition on top of having a pregnancy. And boom, there goes the bone loss. There goes everything else. And I'm still dealing with other issues. So my journey doesn't just stop here. I still have digestive issues, with the malabsorption, the malnutrition, and the celiac, which causes other things. So, you have to be real with yourself when you're going on this journey, and don't knock yourself so hard. Just wanted to put that there, and as I always say, adapt to the situation that you're in, make some adjustments, and achieve small goals along the way. Now, that being said, I was 7 months with no teeth, and I had no other choice. Did I want them sooner? Absolutely, I wanted them sooner. I was thinking that this was delaying me doing my videos. And then on top of that, everyone's asking me, how do you speak so well? How did you do that? Well, I had no other choice. I have a 4-year-old, so I need to speak to him. I have a husband, I have in-laws, I have family. I got to speak to them. But it wasn't easy in the beginning because first it was the pain. First is the that. And I had that for 2 days. To me, my time frame, it was like the first 3 days were like, woo hoo hoo. And then after that, I had days of woo hoo hoo. But they started lessening up until I started trying to eat. The rough time that I had was with toast. And that I learned from my friend from YouTube. Try it with the dry toast. And it felt like a mini boot camp to me. So that's how I started with the foods that now, like right now, I'm eating tuna and crackers. Like it's nothing. But it wasn't always so. It wasn't so. Before it was very little. And my issue now is that I get so comfortable eating, I have to break my food or cut it into small pieces to remind me to eat small. Just eat little bits, still to this day. And I'm almost 1 year in to wearing dentures. My full extractions was in November. So I'm already with, my toothless journey, however you want to put it, my life without teeth, for already about a year. But with dentures, it's almost a year. So that's how I went with the food. Little by little. Now, the issue that I had with eating that I noticed when I did go and eat in front of other people was that they would look because of this. Because of how your face looks when you're eating. You could either go gun-ho, like they say, camo, and just go eat, because this is your life, this is what it is, if you feel comfortable. And for those that don't, some of them are like, you got to figure out what's comfortable for you in this journey. You really do. And as far as speaking, like I said, I was 7 months. 7 months with, without any teeth. And I have a 4-year-old. You can't appear in my videos.
But I'm doing that because that
Can you
thing
please?
on my other foot again.
I will take care of it as soon as I'm done, honey. But YouTube has rules.
Mama.
Yes.
Take care of it.
Okay, I will. Give me 1 more minute. Let me just tell them one more thing about talking with no teeth, okay?
Wait. Can you tell them about the little thing that come out of your feet and stings them inside?
Okay, let me do it. Can you give me like 1 minute and let me just do this part? Right? That's all part of life, right? Life keeps going on. I have him, so I was teaching him his phonics. I use the same method that I currently am using with him. And then I also had to slow down because I keep speaking fast because that's what I did. That's what I still do. So sometimes when the words don't come out as clearly, I got to slow it down. But another thing that I noticed that it does take some exercise, because what was happening to me quickly in the beginning was all of this was sinking in. And also, this was folding in. Not so much, excuse me, not so much the top, but what I had an issue with was the cheeks going in and then my mouth going in. And I still feel that to this day. See? My lip just has a habit. And what it is to me, what I came to realize is that the muscles, what they were doing before on my face, they're relaxing and they're shrinking in because there's more space. There are no teeth. And that's what the body does. The body compensates in other areas and adjusts. It adjusts and it adapts. And when I'm speaking in my brain, remember I've been practicing this, but in my brain it's like force your words out a little bit more because I'm fighting against my cheeks going in and my bottom lip wanting to be in my mouth, because I'm not speaking easily. To me, it feels like speaking is work. I'm getting better because it's like an exercise. I'm focusing on getting my words out properly. And I speak differently with my teeth in. I'm more comfortable speaking with my teeth in because it's like my tongue, I guess, and all of these have muscle memory. And they're like, oh, we remember this. But when I don't have them in, like now, I have to really be mindful that I'm not saying, for instance, sat. I could be like, sat. And that's how I speak when I first take out my teeth because I'm comfortable speaking with my teeth. I go, like my tongue goes out. It's like, sat. When, to me, I don't like the way that sounds. So when I'm conscious that, oh, I don't have my teeth in, I have to work a little bit more to speak, I say, sat. I fold my tongue. It's almost like a sleigh or a reverse J. This is what my tongue is on the inside. And I go, sat. It sounds like I said sat, right? But I know that I'm curling my tongue and it sounds like sat. But it's not sat with the s sound. It's just weird to explain. And it's something that, you have to practice. And look at yourself in the mirror if you have to. Read a book out loud. What has me is the at, rat, sat, that. And sometimes you cannot tell the difference between my sat and my zat. And I have to make that face too, like zat. Did it sound like S-A-T or did it sound like Z-A-T? Some of my friends still like, what was that you said? And I have to go sat or zat. And most of them know already that I wear oral prosthetics, so it's understandable. And those that don't, sometimes I tell them that. If they ask me a couple of times like, what? What did you say? I just tell them. And that's what that is, folks. Please let me know where you are in this journey. It would be great to know where you're from. And put down in the comments, what is it that you're trying to do when it comes to your speaking and your eating. I will be sharing more, because there are some more new friends that I have made, and some of the questions are still almost the same. So I understand that, we have friends that have been on this journey with me for a while, and that's great. You guys know that I have love for you. I really appreciate not being on this journey by myself. It is so much more fun. It is more supportive. It is inspiring to have other people along on the journey with you. And it's so comforting to know that you're not on this journey alone ever. There's somebody on some part of this planet going through this. Because if we look at research and studies, 1 in 5 are going through this. And maybe even more. That's what's reported. So please, have a powerful day. Have an amazing day. And just remind yourself that you are doing the best that you can where you are. Please, never forget that throughout life, we're going to go through stuff. we do have to adapt, adjust, and achieve small goals along the way the best that we can. Now I gotta get back to this 4-year-old. See you on the next one, my friends. Bye.